Temptations are strong. I need to pray if you wanna change the path you're on. Then say I need to wake up. I forgot what's important now. Wake up, cause money ain't everything. Wake up, all I do is drink all day now. Wake up, I gotta do it for my family. Wake up, I forgot what's important now. Wake up, I'm losing my sanity. Wake up, got the one that can save me. Wake up, I gotta get my life together now. I look around, all I see are snakes, and they lie, steal, hate, cheat. I know it, everybody knows it. I see their face, and they're up to no.
New 24/7.7 Light FM, your favorite radio station, live. And we had some old interviews, but now we have some new interviews with Shok, known as Shok, but Michael Gomez. And we have, and we're playing Shok's music on here. This is very exciting, and it's been a very interesting thing. So I'm very excited, and I'm going to ask him some questions on an interview. And then after that, he can ask me some questions and stuff. Okay, so the first question, I hear that you're a 6-time platinum, 4-time gold, a 2-time Grammy-nominated producer. Who are your favorite artists?
That's a good question. Well, first of all, thank you very much, Evan. This is amazing. I'm so excited to be on your show. I mean, how many young guys like you have their own radio station? It's pretty impressive.
Not many.
Not too many, yeah. Very cool. So some of my favorite artists, I guess, growing up, I had all kinds of music I used to listen to. But would you say like that influenced me? Are you asking, or just some of my favorite ones in general?
I'm just saying some of your favorite ones in general.
All right. Well, for hip hop stuff, some of the guys I used to listen to a lot. This is like way before your time. Will probably be like Eric B and Rakim. So I'm going kind of way back here, and definitely like Big Daddy Kane, Juice Crew All Stars, Cool G Rap, and there's so many. I mean, the Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul. Who else? And I mean, it's just tons. But those are some of my favorite ones growing up that I really used to listen to.
Yeah, yep. That will go. That's good. Okay. So our next question is, what made you want to be an artist?
I started out DJing. Actually, it's interesting. I started out DJing when I was 10 years old. And so how old are you, Evan?
8. So I just
8. So yeah, so 2 years older than you, I started DJing, and before that I used to play around with the drums. I think I got my first drum set maybe when I was probably in the 2nd grade, I think, or 1st grade. And always with music, always playing around with different tape recorders and things like that. And then I got interested in DJing, and I used to do a lot of parties and stuff like when I was a teenager. And then when I was around 16, I saw someone actually making music with a keyboard and sampling and taking pieces of other songs, which is pretty much how hip hop is made, especially back then. I mean, it's made. You don't necessarily have to sample, but at that time, that was the main way of doing it. And what sampling means, I'm not sure if you know what that means, Evan, but it's basically taking a piece of another song and incorporating it and changing it around for a new song. And the first time I saw someone do that was my cousin, and I was about 16, and that's when I really wanted to be a producer and start making music. And that it was like an exciting moment for me to see that that's how people made hip hop music, and that kind of just stuck with me.
Very interesting. At the keyboard part, I sometimes put together the recording feature on the keyboard and do different instruments on the keyboard and just make my own music with it. So,
Oh,
that's
very cool.
thing. The Lost Truth features live instruments. I just wanted to tell you that's not coming. Woof, woof. Good. And Flores, tell us about your podcast started during the pandemic.
Oh yeah. I started doing a podcast actually. A little just right before the pandemic. We were preparing to do it, and we talk about mental health. We talk about spiritual things, sacred texts, philosophy, and we just the big questions of life. What are we doing here, and what's the best way to live, and we just discuss stuff like that, and it's been pretty fun. It's kind of like what we're doing now. I talk with my friend Derek, and we just have conversations about that stuff, and people can watch us live when we record it, and then we put it up on Apple Podcasts, and all the other podcast platforms.
Yes.
It's a content podcast. That's the name of it.
Very exciting. On my Evan News radio station, I actually have my own podcast also. It's Evan
Oh,
News,
wow.
not Evan All New, but so I have something kind of like that, but it's not with different people, it's just me. But yeah, I mean, that's
Very
a very
cool.
nice thing that you have. Okay, so why the Christian theme? Just want to know.
Well, I had done on that album, the particular one that I worked on with Eric. Eric was a huge part of me when I recording that album. I actually recorded a lot of it like right in his house, and Eric played on every song there, and he actually helped me to get a lot of the musicians and some of the singers too who featured on there. And it was a Christian theme because I kind of had went through the music business, and I started to kind of have a more spiritual awakening, and looking for God and the big questions, stuff like that. And that's what kind of made me do a Christian themed album at that time.
Ah, very, very nice. Okay. So what are your most recent tracks?
Recently, I haven't been very active. Some of the recent things I've done, I did a track with someone called Go. That one, it's an artist called Sincere, and that was like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months ago. I've done some stuff. Really, that's probably the most recent thing. And lately, I sell beats online, ShokBeats.com, ShokBeats.com, and I kind of I'm kind of not as active as I am in the music stuff anymore, and just kind of like that took a little bit of a backseat to life and everything else.
Yeah, I thought so. But yeah, good to know. Okay. So you helped a lot with getting more followers and viewers to our station every day. What do you think about being played on radio station? Because I've noticed that through our analytics, I've noticed that people from Russia, Canada, California, and the United States have been listening.
Wow, that's amazing. I feel like I really should be interviewing you. I mean, I'm very impressed by what you're doing, Evan, and it's amazing, and it's pretty cool. I mean, you got people listening from all over the place, all over the world, and that must be pretty cool. I mean, what got you, what got you started in this? I know you're supposed to interview me, but I just have that one question, like, what made you wanna?
So what made me want to do that was that I started thinking about airwaves, and at first I wanted to do a drive-in movie theater, which I know would be a lot of work by getting this transmitter and everything. And then I wanted to start doing my radio station, Evan All New 24/7.7, playing 24/7, even though I had no idea how I was going to play 24/7, since half of my time would be doing school. But later I'll show you, not the viewers, but how it all works inside, so it's a very important. It's very interesting, and I was searching on the web. Of course, I always search on the web and hope that my instincts tell me that it's a good website. Then I sometimes search on Google. So I looked at Zeno, free streaming, but premium kind of streaming. So it was nice. It seemed to be one of the number one, not like iHeart Radio kind of famous, but it was one of the one of the best online radios. So instead of doing airwaves around the world, I decided to do radio online.
Wow,
So
that's
yeah.
so cool. That is so cool.
So it's been nice having here, but I think we're going to end with the question that gets always asked. Is there any questions that you'd like to ask me or tell the viewers about yourself?
I think I beat you to that. I already asked you how
beat
you
me to that. I was
this.
thinking that in my head. That was a question.
Yeah, man. No, listen. I'm. What I would like to say is, Evan is an inspiration to kids everywhere, and I think that if he did this at 8 years old, if you're a kid and you're listening to this and watching him, if you have an idea or if you have something you might want to do, he's proof you can do it. He's got his own station. He's interviewing people. He's playing 24/7, and he's 8 years old. So there's no excuse if you have a dream and you have something that you want to do. And if you're only 8 years old, you can't say, you know what, I'm only 8 years old, because Evan didn't do that. And look at this. How cool. How amazing.
Yeah, so it was very, very, very interesting. So I think that's all of the questions that I could get or think about right now. It's a lot of work, a lot of deadline rushes and everything. But I like your music, definitely. I like the Wake Up one. That was one of my favorites, and it was.
Thank you.
I like a lot of them. So they were really, really nice tracks.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay. So thank you so much for listening to Evan's All New 24/7.7. We're going to play some more of this awesome guy's Shok's music on our radio station and have a delightful time. Oh, we'll also get some more interviews in some time and have a delightful time. Thank you for listening to Evan's All New 24/7.7 Light FM. Light FM.